Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. Welcome back to another episode of Fresh Off the Boat Show. Salute to all the freshers out there around the world. You can be anywhere in the world, but you're right here with us. And for that, we give you guys a clap, bro. You get what I'm saying? Listen.
Is it a clap or a salute? Which one are we giving them?
You know what? Should we give them a salute though? Yeah. All right, cool, bro. One God salute, bro. You get what I'm saying? This episode is presented to you by yours truly, man. Toby and Kels, man. You get what I'm saying? Coach is not here today, man.
My guys are enjoying life. Eh?
He's enjoying the summertime, bro. You get me?
My guys somewhere getting the tan in.
Exactly, bro. Salute to him wherever he is, man. You get me? Bro, we have a legend in the house today, bro.
Nah, we have that.
They don't know, bro.
Yeah, no.
They do not know.
We are the sound man.
You go what I'm saying? The Mr. Invincible himself.
Yeah.
You go what I mean? Listen, if you go to them concerts and that, you might not see him, but he's there. Yeah. As long as you see a stage and the sound, he's gonna be there somewhere. You go what I'm saying? The sound designer himself.
Yep.
The production director himself. This man has worked with the best of the best and on the world-class stages. From auditoriums to festivals.
Speak it, bro.
To arenas. To stadiums. This guy has worked with Shina Peters, bro. The legend Shina Peters himself. Tiwa Savage, herself. Wizkid. Davido. And now Burna Boy. Ladies and gentlemen, the Mr. My artist ain't going up on stage. If I don't trust it. You know what I'm saying? The Mr. Dayo Oladehin himself, bro. Salute to you, my guy.
Welcome.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Welcome, bro. Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for coming, man.
I appreciate it.
You are a very gentle guy, bro. Well, people don't know what type of a monster you are, bro.
No, but before we go though, is it okay? Does it sound good? Are we good to go with the sound?
Okay, yeah, bro. Are we good to go, bro?
Can you turn my mix down a bit?
A little bit, yeah. Yeah, is it good now? Yeah. Salute. You know what I'm saying, bro? Thank you for coming, man.
Yeah, I appreciate the invite.
Listen, bro, we appreciate you coming down, bro. You know what I'm saying? We reached out. Shout out to Frank, man. We reached out to Frank and everything, and we said, listen, we need to have you here, man. You know what I'm saying? We're going to see this as a learning masterclass. You know what I'm saying? A sound, graphic design, everything masterclass, bro. You know what I'm saying? But
I hope I can deliver.
Listen. You have been delivering stadiums, bro. You know what I'm saying? So we know. But listen, thank you for coming, brother.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Do you know what? Before we start, what do you mean by if my artist ain't going up if I don't trust it? What is it that you need to see to trust it for your artist, which is Burna Boy right now?
Yeah.
What do you need to see before he goes up on stage?
So at the end of the day, I always see an artist as a product. And you sell the product. But for you to sell the product, you have to have a very good medium. So if you walk into Tesco's and you want to buy vegetables from Tesco's and it's all over the place, it's scattered, the shelves are not clean, they're not in the right places, it's labeled potatoes, but you can find onions there. The probability that you're going to walk out is very high.
Yeah.
So by the time the artist turns up to get on that stage, to do whatever they want to do, I want to make sure that they have the right medium to be sold as a product to the audience.
So what mediums are we talking about here?
So in this case, the medium is from the stage, is microphones, is in-ears, is monitors. I'm fortunate enough to also be production lead with Burna. So with lighting, with screens, making sure everything is intact. So that statement came from the stadium tours that we were doing. At every particular point, he has to go on a kinesis platform that goes up and down. So obviously that's rated. It has to be checked for safety.
Safety and all that, so yeah.
But if I'm going to send an artist up to go there, I'm going to tell him, oh, it's secure. How do I tell him it's secure if I don't even know if it's secure? So me myself, I've been on it and seen that it's secure. I want to see how high it can go, because people don't also realize that in those kind of environments, the higher you go, you can get sick.
Okay.
Yeah, you can, because by the time you look down, you can get sick. So I want to see where level does it need to go that you can still sing without feeling sick, without looking down and feeling it's gonna faint or it's gonna be dizzy.
Has that ever happened to Burna Boy?
No.
Okay.
So that's never happened to any artist I've worked with. But the thing is, because you already know based on experience from other jobs of other people, you know how it works. So the people that you bring in to also create the environment, or the people, whoever is building that platform to rise up, as experience. So they can even tell you that people get sick on it. Yeah. So it's using the right people, making sure that by the time the artist comes, you're not spending 1 hour convincing him that it can go
it's
up.
all right to go, yeah.
I hear that.
Yeah. So you tell him, this is what you're doing, this is how you're doing it, blah, blah, blah. And there's a level of trust there already. So MD is Emmanuel, he's a drummer.
All right.
Right. He's been with Burna Boy since 2016. We both met Burna Boy at the same time.
Okay.
MD and I met Burna Boy at the same time. But he's been the music director on the side of things. I've looked out for the technical side of things.
Okay.
Now, when it's a very dynamic show, so in as much as possible, there's a very thin line of communication. So there's no, Burna is talking to this person, he's talking to that person. Yeah. The only person that can talk to Burna while we're performing is MD.
Okay.
Nobody else.
Because he deals with the music.
Yeah, and it also stops him from hearing too many voices. Yeah. So it looks to MD. MD now looks to us.
Okay.
So MD looks to the playback tech. MD looks to, so we have what you call talkbacks. We have microphones that we speak to each other during the show that nobody hears.
Wow. So
yeah, I think as of now we have about 14 talkbacks. Yeah.
Wow.
So
when he's on stage performing,
yeah,
someone is still speaking to him in his ears.
Yeah, that's MD.
So the person say, "Yo, this is next song. This is the next song that's gonna come on." Or
yes,
you gotta do this. You gotta do that.
Yeah, it could be move stage left, move stage right. It could be anything.
Are you serious?
And he could be wants to talk to MD. He has a way to talk to MD. He has a microphone and his mic. There's a switch where you can press, and he will talk to MD without anybody hearing.
That is crazy.
Like without anybody that's on the line hearing. This is not the fans now, no.
No, the fans, nobody will hear it.
Okay, right.
Just between the both
of them.
So sort of like a two-way thing, isn't it?
Yeah, they have this synergy that even if he doesn't press the mic, MD already knows
what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that synergy you can't even game between it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you can't game between.
So the thing is, as an engineer, yeah, because that's what I do on my 9 to 5. You get what I mean? When I come to a concert, for example, we went to the Burna Boy concert at the stadium, the last
London.
one. Crazy, bro. Crazy. And
good job though. You guys done very
excellent job, bro.
You guys done very, very good.
Shout out to everybody.
Yeah, listen, everyone that was part of it, man. You know what I mean? Salute to you guys, man.
The whole crew.
Yeah. So when I'm looking at the stage, you know, all I see is construction.
Yeah.
You know, because obviously that's my field. You know, and then I can only imagine the planning, the designing, the health and safety, whatever that comes into it, you know, the construction of the whole thing, the testing of the whole thing to make sure that, okay, it's safe to use and everything. This is way before Burna now comes on it, right? What goes into the plan and all those things, bruv?
I'll do a 6-day masterclass on that if I was to explain to you everything that goes on.
Yeah.
But if I was just to look at the surface, someone that a lot of people don't recognize, or people, I won't say a lot of people, but people recognize, but they don't know how important she is Ronami.
Oh, that's his sister, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, I'm part of the people that did not know then. Because
I think I kind of paid attention because apparently she was the one that designed the costume for the last one and the stage and everything, isn't it?
So wherever you see on stage, the stage design, that's Ronami.
That's crazy.
So,
wow.
So Ronami has, I think it's all about synergy at the same time. So to be honest, I want to believe that Burna also has his ideas.
Yeah, of course.
yeah, definitely.
But Rami as a creative director,
She had to bring it to life.
She's the one that brings it to life and be like, okay, this is what we're going to do. So she comes and says, this is what we want to do. So London Stadium that you're seeing, designs, I think earliest meeting we had on designs was maybe September last year.
I can imagine.
Yeah. Speaking to various design people. So she comes with the ideas. I look at schematics from measurements to, because I know the numbers. So she has the idea. She has a picture in front of her. I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that. And it's not about, no, it's not possible. It's more of how can we make it happen?
Yeah.
So it starts from there. Then we get into the construction of those things. So if you see the London Stadium, the carousel where that's behind the screen that rotates.
Yes.
So that carousel went to every stadium we performed at.
Yes.
Yeah, he did.
So that's broken down, flat packed, chalked, next
Plain.
show.
Nice one.
From London to Amsterdam, from Amsterdam all the way to US, shipped it to the US, from the US back to Amsterdam, and,
Set up again.
set up again and stuff and all that. And that's just down to the fact that it's Love Damini.
Shit.
The Love Damini show was all about Burna's birthday.
Yes.
So everything we did on Love Damini had to center around his birthday.
Yeah.
And his most memorable birthday was when he went to a fair ground.
Oh, okay.
So that's his most memorable birthday. So if he says that, the sister brings it to life with ideas.
That's crazy, bro.
So you look at that, you look at the safety of the carousel, people come onto it. Then there's the issue of speaking to the council, the local government. Okay, what time does the show have to end? A couple of things.
All those things.
Yeah, meetings, and then you get to the stadium build. A couple of days before anything happens, they lay the ground. Shout out to the promoters. They do their own beats.
They do their own beats too, yeah.
And then we come in, we do our thing. And
Roughly, a show like that, a concert like that. Yeah, setting it up. You probably don't know the answers, I don't know. But how much do you think something like that is going to cost?
I know the answers.
Okay.
But it varies. It varies depending from country to country.
Yeah.
So I'll just give an example. America, labor is wild in America.
Yeah.
So manpower, it's a lot of manpower. So imagine building that whole stadium setup. It's a lot of manpower. Now, America-wise, the manpower is like 4 times what you get in Europe.
Yeah, okay.
So you're thinking of close to $1 million, if not more, on manpower.
Just
And
manpower.
when I mean manpower, I don't mean specialized manpower like the sound engineers, like the lighting engineers. No.
Just the operatives.
Just those guys
Just labor.
Just labor who are building the stage. Yeah.
So you're talking about millions of pounds then?
Yeah.
Easy.
It's easily.
Jesus.
Easily.
I mean, like you said, I mean, that's a product we're trying to bring out there. So, hey,
That is what it is.
it has to be tip top.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's
so
crazy.
And the honest truth is, people see Burna the artist, but they also don't see Burna the perfectionist.
But you can tell, bro.
Yeah, who they don't see the guy who walks into the room and sees all of us and be like, yeah, you guys have been doing, but it's not good enough.
Are you serious?
Yeah, so he pushes us also to like achieve those things.
Yeah.
Because
For real, now give us an instance, like where actually like he came in and be like, nah, this is not it. Let's try again.
I can remember there was O2
Oh, okay.
Auto Arena, yeah.
when it came out in a spaceship.
Yeah.
Was that last year or 2 years ago?
Nah, that was 2021, just after lockdown.
Just after London, yeah.
So he came out in a spaceship, and he saw the spaceship. He looked at it. He said, "Nah, that thing looks tacky." You know, he was like, he wanted something
that will look more like a spaceship.
better. You know, he's like, he's very.
Like he's a perfectionist.
His craft is very important. So
Yeah. He has a vision. You know, that's part of the reason why I always say that I look at him like a Kanye West, right? He has that thing in his mind, that picture. He has it up here. But then he needs people around him that will now bring it to life. And you have to bring it as he sees it. You get what I mean? Which I'm not surprised because I'm looking at that stadium, you know, the last concert which I went to and everything, bro. There was no hiccups. Now, I don't know about you guys that are behind the scene.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I'm sure that you guys are probably behind the scene, running around, making sure that everything, you know, we are enjoying the sound, but there was no time that the sound was too low, too high. We didn't hear anything. You know what I mean? Because even Beyonce's concert, I don't know if you've been paying attention, a couple dates and everything, sound has been shit. Literally, nobody could hear the artist. You know what I mean? So I can only imagine the work that goes into that. Which now goes to my next question, right? Do you actually enjoy the concert as the concert is happening? You know, because us as the customers, we are there. Everyone is catching the vibe, singing along. You know what I mean? Everyone is having a good time. But I saw on your Instagram, you are in that little room with all the keyboards or whatever in front of you. Yeah. You know, just mixing and matching and all those kind of things. Do you actually enjoy the concert as the concert is happening?
Yes, I actually do. So it's shout out to the outsiders.
Yeah,
It's
shout out
bad.
to you guys, bro. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to you guys.
Yeah. No, they need more than one.
Yeah. You got me.
Burna's blessed with a crazy band. So
I think he is.
I'll give you a typical example. Giza on the new album.
That's all, bro.
Right? I heard it before we released the album. I heard the song, I think, sometime in April, May.
Yeah.
I heard it. And I've learned my lesson, by the way, never to judge
A song
before
it comes out.
Let me just rewind a bit.
Right.
When we're gonna release Last, and I heard Last before they released it, I was like, I think
It wasn't
they shouldn't release
bad,
Last. I felt, you know, It's Plenty should have come before Last.
Okay, yeah.
But everybody else felt Last
was the one.
was the song.
I'm not gonna lie.
You know?
I'm not gonna lie. I heard it when he previewed it in New York. I believe it was New York, the New York show.
Yeah.
That was when we first heard it.
Yeah.
And I believe I came here and said, bro, that song is sick, bro. I said that song.
I knew it was a good song, but I felt It's Plenty was gonna do better than Last.
Okay.
So I used to tell MD and I repent every day.
I ask for forgiveness.
I ask for forgiveness every day. So for me, I've come to learn that the guy knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he does.
So just don't even bother yourself trying. He knows what he's doing. He's the one with the vision. I'm not the one with the vision. Yeah. So my opinion, I won't say doesn't count, but it's not. It doesn't change the fact that he knows what he wants.
Yeah, you are playing the position.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I heard Giza, I was, it's all right. I thought Giza was the least song in the album.
Okay.
Right? In my opinion, when I heard it, I thought, okay, all the other songs, I love them. Giza was the one that if I was A&R and they asked me, which song do you want to remove? I'll strike Giza.
You will say Giza.
Straight up. So he released the album on Friday and we had Banquet Records, the album, almost more like a concert release party.
But yeah.
And we played Giza for the first time with
That shit went off. I don't know what you guys did to the sound. That's what I'm saying. I know we are going to with this. I don't know what they did to the sound.
But it's outsiders, bro. Those guys are not human. So they take this song and And I'm like, nah, this cannot be same Giza.
Bro, did you see that on Instagram?
Yeah.
Where are they? Yeah.
The clip.
Yeah.
That shit was crazy.
So obviously, that's why I say to you that I enjoyed the concert because when the guys play, the energy that comes from them, no matter how
Changes the song.
it changes the sound, there's always that vavavoom to it.
Yeah.
So I do enjoy it. When you see the first, maybe if I was to take a video of myself from beginning to the end, the first 5-6 songs is all about making sure
Everything is on point.
everything's on point. The moment it starts from when I begin to shake my leg, and then I'm beginning to, when they do any vamp, I'm doing it with my hand, then I'm losing it.
At that point, you are now on autopilot.
Yeah, exactly.
You're autopilot at that time.
So I do enjoy it. And also, I'm one of the persons that sees it from the audience point of view.
Because of where you are.
Because of where I am.
Yes.
So I'm the one that say, I'm not going to tell them, you see this song that we are playing second or third? I think we should move it back to maybe to the 15th or to the 12th.
Okay.
Because I can also read what the audience...
The vibe
that the audience are doing.
So
some songs... I remember It's Plenty, when we started doing It's Plenty was maybe like third or fourth song on the set list. And we kept pushing it. And then it's now like one of the last songs on the set list because I can see how the audience vibe to the song, and I also drag from the energy of the audience. I do enjoy it.
I think I understand what you're saying, because I can imagine. Obviously, I don't know, but I can imagine as the concert starts, he's playing the songs and everything. Yeah, at that time he is doing the job, trying to get the crowd. You get me? To get into the groove of him, and then towards the middle of the concert, the crowd is already on a groove. No matter the song that now plays, everyone is on a vibe right now. So I think I understand what you're saying. So you need those catchy songs to start first, isn't it?
Oh, setlist is not a joke. Setlist it's a job on itself.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Getting it right, and then Odogwu himself knows how to read the audience. So he can decide that in the set, we're following set list, but he knows when we're losing the audience. He knows when we're catching them, and he knows when to do something to just bring them back in line.
Yeah.
So, which is why I say the show is very dynamic.
It's different.
So we can say, set list, this is how we're running it, blah, 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 blah. But he's the pilot.
Yeah,
he's the
guy.
one,
that is
steering
pulling
the
everyone
ship.
along.
And then he sees, he's a pilot, but he's a captain steering the ship. But he gets to somewhere, he says, I think there's a roadblock there, or there's an iceberg somewhere. I'm going to turn right. Then we can always come back after I've missed that aspect and come back to the front. He's the one that sees that because he's also the one coming into the audience.
Yeah, I hear that.
Yeah, set list is it's a crazy one.
Oh, but it's good you mentioned that.
That's good, bro.
It's good you mentioned that because that's why listening, consuming his music like in a concert or whatever, you can tell sometimes he just goes off does whatever. That's why most times when we see it, we say it looks like a man's having fun on stage.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's always having fun.
Yeah, because some people is like when they perform, it's like, okay, let's follow this. It's not really fun, if you understand what I mean. So that's why what you said now kind of makes sense. When you said
the stage is his playground.
Yeah,
let's put it that way.
Yeah.
So when he gets on stage, that's his playground.
Does he get nervous before he gets on stage? When he's backstage and everything, because bro, I cannot imagine having fucking 60, 80,000 people in a stadium.
So if I'm going to be honest, because of where I am, I'm always at the front of house, maybe 30, 40 minutes before he comes on stage. So I don't see him
right before he comes on.
5 minutes or 10 minutes before.
How about the night before?
But I've had conversations with him, and I don't think that nigga is nervous, man. I don't think so. I'm sorry.
Are you serious?
No, I don't.
Or maybe he hides it well. Because there have to be some nerves. No,
I don't think so.
Oh,
because I think personally, if you put him in the studio, you put him in live, he would rather be on stage for.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
It's like me. I think for someone like me now, I've only had to be nervous once doing a Burna show.
Okay, which one?
Which was Coachella. This Coachella that we did, the first date, and it wasn't that because I was nervous. We had done our sound check and everything, but we did a very early sound check in the morning. I think it was like 8 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
We had a very early sound check, so we had to wait till
whatever time.
Like I think we finished sound check like 10 o'clock. So now because Coachella was out of early, like almost a 2 hours drive, so we couldn't go back to the hotel.
So everyone had to wait there.
Just had to wait. It was hot. There was nothing to do. So I would say more I was restless rather than nervous.
Yeah.
So I don't think nerves come into it because it's not a competition. It's not. So it's, if I was about to play a penalty now that would take us to the Champions League final, then I might be nervous. But no, we're not competing with nobody.
You guys are just doing your thing.
We're just doing our thing. So I'm not nervous. I've come prepared. The mixer is ready. The band is ready.
Yeah.
So to be honest, there's nothing to be nervous about.
Yeah.
Unless you know that, okay, you're not prepared or you haven't done
what
you're supposed to do.
Then you might be nervous.
Right,
I think I will only be nervous in a situation whereby, what's my ops going to say? Or am I going to score less?
Yeah.
But I don't think
he's nervous.
So if I don't feel it, I don't
think he would.
I don't think he would.
He is nervous. How did the outsiders? Because you mentioned the outsiders, bro. And bro, what you said is true, bro. Them guys are monsters, bro.
Yeah. They say the ones with the gongo, bro. It's crazy.
Fact.
the whole band. To be honest.
The one, just before I get to my question, you talked about the concert, the album release party and everything. When Giza came out.
Oh, the Giza thing, yeah.
When they surrounded the guy, especially that guy with dreads. I don't know who he is. The one with dreads, the skinny dude. The way he was going in, bro. Yeah. I don't know the type of rehearsals you guys do, but we still gonna get into that. But them outsiders, they are monsters, bro. How did all these people come together? Did people have to put in job requests or like how did it happen? What is the recruitment process like?
Back again to MD. That's MD's baby.
Listen, shout out to MD, bro. Shout out to the guy, bro.
It's back to MD because, like I said, we met Burna 2016 and there was two different parts. I was working with Kokova,
okay,
promoter, and I think he came in through Uncle T.
The uncle, yeah.
Yeah, Burna's uncle. I can still remember us having a meeting in Vauxhall for his return, the first show he did when he came back to London.
All right.
You know, when he came out of the police van.
Yeah.
So I remember the first production meeting we had, and that was where we met him. And obviously, they now developed the relationship. Was a 4-piece band. No, it was 6-piece. I say 6-piece. Drums, keyboards, bass, guitar, and 2 singers. That's how the Outsiders started. And now it's 35 people.
So all these 35 people, if someone is inviting Burna right now, you have to pay for these 35 plus
it's
people.
It's part of his rider.
I mean, come on. It doesn't come cheap now.
Bro, it doesn't come cheap.
If you're going to get quality, then you have to pay.
You gotta pay, man. You gotta bring it up.
Almost everybody in the band came in through MD.
Wow.
Yeah, so
that's dope.
I'm sure he himself has a vision for what he wants outsiders to do.
Yeah.
So, and
he did it.
He delivered.
He keeps doing it.
Yeah, man. He's doing it, bro. So, you know what? Let's now shift to you right now, bro.
Yeah,
how
respectfully.
Did you? Yeah, man, respectfully, bro.
Odogu, man. We've got now Odogu in the building.
Now for you. You get me?
Yeah.
So you said that you guys met in 2016, right? How did you get to that point? Like your story and everything. Like how did you start? You know, in terms of your journey, your music journey and all that stuff.
Or did he just wake up and say, you know what, this music thing is what I want to do? Like, did he just,
Oh no, music was always the way.
Okay.
From when I was young.
Right.
So music brought me even to the UK.
Are you serious?
Yeah, so music was always the way. But growing up in African parents, you want to do music?
You're joking.
If you don't go and pick up your book and read,
You're joking, bro.
God bless read your book.
God bless my father. So my father doesn't say go and read your book. He says go and carry your book.
Go and carry your book, bro. Same as well. Go and carry your book. True.
God bless my father. So I will never forget his words where you want to become an alagbe. Yeah. So an alagbe is a town crier.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. So music was always a thing for me. It was so bad that my dad, I got admission into University of Lagos to study chemistry, and there's a studio that's like 5 minutes from University of Lagos.
Yeah.
Some OGs will know that studio. I don't think it will still be there now.
Yeah.
It used to be called Aphrodisia Decca Studios.
Okay.
Was one of the
Oldest studios,
oldest studios in Nigeria. And I used to be a studio rat there. I don't know what you call a studio rat.
You're always there.
You're always
there.
Yeah.
That guy who you need a keyboardist.
He's there.
And
you need to go to the shop. He's the guy.
So my dad knew that I was always there. So he felt that if I went to Unilag,
it's gonna be a waste of time.
It's gonna be a waste. This guy is not gonna go to school.
Yeah.
So my dad had some. He's an educationist, so he was an educationist. So I was an examiner for ICANN and NATEB, WIC and all that. So he goes to JAMB office.
Oh, okay.
Speaks to them in JAMB office to change my admission from University of Lagos to University of Calabar. Yeah.
Just grab you all the way from west.
Yeah, just
all the way down
make
to
sure
south.
that this guy
Take him away from there.
Take him away from this music.
Yeah.
So I spent 5.5 years studying chemistry.
In
University of Calabar. So if you add strike, add extra year.
It's probably 7-8 years.
It was about 5.5 years. And while I was 7, I had the opportunity to become a music director for a church here in London. Because I was still doing my music irrespective of the...
All the way from Calabar?
Yeah. Well, I was 7 in Lagos then. I'd finished. I was 7 in Lagos. I had the opportunity to become a music director of a church here in London.
Wow.
So, and I came down. And still, it was always music. It was always music.
So you're that. So you've always been. You've played the keys or the guitar, like
I play about 9 instruments. So
and this is from time, where you have to pick. Okay.
When you told your parents that you were traveling to London to become a music director,
I told my dad the night before I traveled. I was traveling at 8 a.m. in the morning. I told him around 10 o'clock at night the previous day.
Was it because you thought he wasn't going to let you go?
Yeah.
I can imagine.
It's like, so when are you coming back? I said, I don't know. Yeah, that's 21 years ago.
That's crazy. Yeah. That's crazy. So now you came over, started playing in church and all that.
Yeah.
And then how did you guys cross?
Obviously, for me, it was always been that I played the instruments, but by the time I left Nigeria, I was already a producer.
Okay.
Now, when I mean producer, these days we have producers in front of MIDI keyboards and stuff. Now, back in them days, everybody plays everything. You tell everybody what they're playing. Yeah. So no MIDI. It was MIDI, but it wasn't as good as what you're hearing now.
Yeah.
We used to just abuse people that use MIDI in those days, or computerized music and stuff. So, being a producer, by that time I was now mixing albums. So when you finish it, I'm mixing the albums with the in-house engineers.
Okay.
So that was what opened my eyes to sound engineering.
All right.
So that's what opened my eyes to sound engineering. If I say what made me go into sound engineering fully was because I lost my job while I was in the UK here. I was looking for work to do, kept applying, and nothing happened. I was like, you know what?
I'm just going to sound engineering.
I'm just going to go back to my first love.
Yeah. I got this already.
Yeah, and that was it. And,
wow.
Yeah. I just went back to it and never looked back again.
Wow. So I assume, obviously, you've worked with Shina Peters, Tiwa Savage. Did you meet them in the UK or was that from back home?
Shina Peters, interestingly, I used to play keyboards for Shina Peters.
Wow.
So when his original band left to America back then in Nigeria, I was one of the guys that took the second set of his band to play keyboards. I produced one of his albums called Playmate.
Yeah. For some of you out there that don't know Shina Peters, man, go do your assignment, bro. Go do your homework.
Yeah.
He's a legend.
I used to play keys for him. So I met Shina Peters in Nigeria.
Right.
But most of every other person
was in the UK.
Wow. Shout out to Kokoba. Most of the artists I met at the start
passed through there.
It was through Kokoba. So I wasn't working directly with the artists, but
you were working with them.
More with Kokoba.
Okay.
And from there, the artists were like, "Oh, we like this guy.
And then that's how it happened. And is that how you met Burna Boy then?
Yeah, through Kokoba. Yeah.
So what was the first conversation like?
The YouTube, I think there's a video on YouTube, of our first meeting.
Is it?
Yeah.
I've got to find it then. I've got to find that.
Yeah, there's a meeting, there's a video of our meeting. But I looked at him as, who's this guy? You could see he was saying all these things that he wanted. I want to come out of a police van. I want to do this. I'm thinking in my head.
Oh, so this was the first time he came back to the UK,
Yeah. I'm thinking in my head, how does this guy expect all these things to happen? But funny enough, everything he wanted happened.
Yeah.
That was why I kind of looked at him like, this guy.
He's a genius.
He
means business.
He's someone that you want to like
work with
and stick with.
Who made the first initial call? What were you doing? Do you remember what you were doing when the call first came in? Yo, listen, we would like to meet up with you.
It was MD. I think it was MD because after the 2016, every show he did in London, I naturally mixed the show. So it just became a norm. Burna is coming.
You're handling it.
I'm mixing the show.
Yeah.
And then by then he was touring with the Outsiders. But I didn't used to tour with the Outsiders.
Yeah.
Because I was working with various artists, blah, 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 up then. And then obviously, I'm guessing the more he was touring, the bigger his requirements were becoming, the bigger the requirements of the band were becoming. There was a need for them to take an engineer on the road. And then I remember MD and I had a conversation 2019. By then I had some other commitments and I said, okay, you know what? March 2020, my diary is free. I can join you guys. And then COVID happened. But at the same time, I think COVID was one of the best things that happened to us as the Outsiders.
Why do you say that?
Because then you could be able to stop and see where were you, where have you been, and then so you've been on the road. It's just
going. Yeah.
But with COVID, there was a lot of intimate shows, studio shows. Then thinking, how can we make this better?
Yeah.
So you had time to experiment. You had time to look at other things. You had time. So during lockdown was when the full collaboration started because he was busy lockdown.
Oh, okay.
You'll be surprised. He was busy lockdown. We were doing online shows. People would pay. We just go in terminal, record 1 hour sessions, boom, send. His Grammy performance.
Yes. I remember. Yes. It was during COVID.
He was busy lockdown. He did Brixton during lockdown.
What did he?
Yep. He did Brixton during lockdown. It was this 360.
Was shows happening at that time?
No, but nobody was there. It was just him.
Okay.
Yeah, he did Brixton during lockdown. We did Nigerian Independence during lockdown.
Oh, so was this like a visual show?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. A lot of visual concerts was happening.
Very visual concerts were happening. And so with that, now, with live sound, people can easily forget what happened in the show.
Yeah.
If the sound was great or if the sound was bad, people can easily forget. But virtually, the standards had to improve because people can go back and listen to it.
Yes.
People can see the flows. So whilst I said lockdown was one of the best things that happened to us, because during that period we could be able to find a system that worked.
Right.
To make sure his sound was perfect, his vocals were perfect.
Everything was good.
So it sounds exactly the way it sounds on the record while he's singing live and stuff. So that's where, if I say, it was MD that made the call and be like, Uncle D, you need to be on the road with us.
That's what's up, man. Yeah. Because I can imagine, with someone like Burna Boy at that time, I'm talking about maybe 2016, when it has to take a lot of people to believe in his vision, because at the end of the day, that's his vision in it, and I can imagine at that time the money is not what it is today, definitely. So it has to take a lot of guts to say, you know what, I believe in this guy, let me work with this guy. And then fast forward today, I'm sure some people that are part of the band, probably this is like their job now. You know what I'm saying? Like they probably left their 9 to 5 and all that.
I think Outsiders is more than a job.
It's a lifestyle now.
Yeah,
bro.
it's a lifestyle, it's a family.
That's what's up.
So, yeah.
That's amazing, bro.
And it's good. It makes everyone feel like that.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing.
Coming from the top,
that's amazing.
It's letting everybody feel like you're family. Then that's going to make people stick around.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely. So if you invited people somewhere and you make the mistake of having like 4 or 5 outsiders in your party, you are finished because they will take over.
They will just take over.
Yeah,
they will take over, bro.
I'll tell you one funny story. So one of us had a baby shower not too long ago, and we had just come off tour, and so a few of us were at the baby shower, and when we got there, we were saying hello to each other, and I remember his Mrs. said, "Hold on, I thought you guys just saw yourself last week. You just came out of tour last week." She's like, "So why are you greeting yourself as if you haven't seen yourself
for a long time,
in like months?" And we're like, "No, we're just greeting ourselves. We're just saying hello to ourselves." Because we spend a lot of time together. So I
can understand. Yeah. I can understand because you guys are touring like basically everywhere. And there's something about Burna. I think Kelly always says that he's one artist that you can tell he actually had to put too much on touring. A lot of artists are studio artists. They go in the studio, do an album, release it, maybe do a couple concerts, a couple tours. That's it for them. But this guy, he is on the road, bro.
Yeah, he took it very serious.
He's on the road.
That's why when you said he would prefer to be on stage than be in the studio, I kind of
that's my opinion.
Kind of rings true. Yeah, me too. That would be my opinion too, because you can tell he's.
I guess he just likes singing. He likes that. Yeah,
he likes the whole process around
the whole shebang.
Yeah. What's rehearsals like?
Fun. Serious.
Do you guys get to a point where people argue, nah, bro, you're not doing this right. You're not doing this right. Nah, it's not my fault. It's not my fault. Argue. People maybe try fight or whatever, and then everybody come back again and start rehearsals.
No.
Yeah?
No. I'm trying to envisage it. No. Because there's respect
among you guys.
Amongst
everyone.
So we tell each other off in banter. If there's
I get what you're saying.
You get where I'm coming from. Yeah, so if you play a bomb note,
everybody be like, yo, fam, what you doing?
You're not kind of, everybody's gonna, but while they're laughing at you, you have to be correct because you know they're abusing you.
Yeah.
And obviously, it's an organization. So there's hierarchy. So if someone is going off, you leave it to the MD to be the one to
handle it.
Handle it. So it's more of I don't think I can remember any beef out of rehearsals. No, because there's someone who's captaining that ship. So it's
the structure is there.
Yeah, the structure is there.
The structure is
you might have beef as guys normally, you stepped on me, why this or that. But when it comes to the job itself,
everyone is on the same page.
Everybody's on the same page.
Because
there's someone who has that vision of, okay, this is what I want. Yeah, it does delegate, but you know that everything, if it's not going right, it's not up to him to
Yeah.
steer the ship right.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff.
I hear that.
But before, what does it take though? Like, say for someone, like say me now, I want to go. You know what? I kind of like this sound engineering thing. Like, so what does it take? What would it take for a guy like me, or maybe someone younger? Because I think I'm too old. Yeah?
No, you're not. No one is too old, though.
No, because because in my head I'm thinking you need that time where you put in.
But you gotta put in time though.
You have to put in that time. So what would it take? He goes.
Okay, your podcast. You started one day.
Well, I did.
Were you
got
perfect
a
when you
point.
started?
Yeah, no, nowhere close.
Did you put time into it?
Oh,
I mean, yeah.
shit. Bro, we had to put in
It's
time.
like every other-
That is the same way. I know a couple of gigs I did for free for people to just believe in me.
That is, for free.
For free, yeah. Not one, not two.
Loads.
So I remember there was a gig. So there was this promoter I've been talking, let me do your job. And it was a Two-Face gig at the Indigo O2. And the band that Two-Face was going to use, a UK band, I do the sound for them. They band, they do their own gigs around. Right. So I do the sound for them. Right. So they're like, oh, bro, we're doing Indigo O2 with Two-Face. We would like you to handle the sound, supply the backlines and stuff and all. And like, why not? Went to meetings, all good. Couple of days before the show, maybe a week before the show, now I found out that Two-Face couldn't fly in for rehearsals because we had commitments in Nigeria for some independence, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So he had to come to the show days before. Because of that, he had to bring his own band from Nigeria.
Oh, shit. Okay.
So the band that they booked here had to drop out.
Yeah.
But because he was coming with his band, they still needed my gear.
Yeah.
So the band that he brought me into the gig got dropped out, but I was still on the show. The show. So I mixed the show for Two-Face. I think that was my first gig at the Indigo or something like I can't remember. And then the promoter was upstairs. He walked all the way down to look for who mixed the show.
You were that good.
Now, so I was like, oh, it's you. And then I remember the in-house engineer walked up to me and said, this is the best Afrobeat sound he's ever heard in that room. So it's you that he wanted to come and see who mixed the show. And so it was like, okay, you know what? We got to work together. Through him, I know how many artists I met.
That's dope.
Based on, so sometimes people will not see it. But when you get that chance and opportunity,
you got to take advantage of it.
You have to take advantage of it. But before you get that chance and opportunity, you have to, like you said, how do you start? You start.
Yeah.
Just start it. Some people go to uni to study it. Some people don't go to uni. I didn't study sound engineering in uni. I actually went back to uni, but I studied media and business.
Right.
So I didn't study sound engineering, but I was more hands-on, always watching the YouTube videos. Learning. Yeah, I made a couple of mistakes.
Yeah, of course. Everyone does.
Messed up a couple of gigs that people don't know.
Okay.
That's you know. But I know.
Yeah, with your standards, yeah.
So it's always about continuous improvements.
You know what? What you just said right now is very important, right? Because people that are watching everything, obviously we live in this era where, people just want to get paid. People just want to jump in and just get paid, right? But they don't understand that sometimes you got to put in the work. Not sometimes, you have to put in the work.
Every time.
And sometimes you have to do some free gigs. You know what I mean? Just to get the exposure and everything. Yeah. But then it's all about improvement as well. Yeah, that's what we call internship.
Yeah, because you go and do an internship, it's free. You don't get paid.
To get the experience and everything.
Yeah, so if nobody's going to intern you have to go and do the free gig. You have to, do it. Go to your local church.
Do all that.
Turn the knobs up, crank it up, make your errors.
Yeah.
Make your mistakes there.
Yeah.
And just learn.
Yeah, but then at the same time, the most important bit is improvement.
Oh yeah, two things: lessons learned, and then continuous improvement. So it's everything you do is always a lessons learned
And
continuous improvement.
You know, because when we started this podcast and everything, bro, sometimes I can't even go back to watch the first episode. You know what I mean? Like, I'm looking at the film thinking, what?
Yeah. I can't watch it.
Bro, I can't watch it, bro. I'm like thinking, golly, like, what were we doing? You know what I mean? But it's just one of them ones, obviously, you got to watch yourself, watch other podcasts, see how they do their things. You know what I mean? Like, that's how you improve. But once you have that mentality of, you know, yeah, we've arrived, that, you know, I can do this, blah, blah, blah. You just find yourself, you become stagnant. You know, you don't grow. You always go do some research. You know, listen to your voice, listen to how you sound, how you say some things and all that. You know what I mean? So I can understand definitely where you're coming from, bro. You know, and especially for people that are listening to this. You know, like you said, that, to me, that was a very good question. You know, if someone out there want to get into sound engineering and everything, this is basically how you go do it.
The people that accomplish stuff in life are the people that started.
You have to start in a nutshell. Get up your backside and do the thing. But the market though, how is the market? Because I see there's loads. I mean, you say loads of shows, but there's like on my finger I can count the big shows, Afrobeat shows now. Like say for an African who's looking to do sound engineering, is the market good? Is it something that you're going to live off, or is it, you know, in your opinion? Is it, you know, as opposed to your traditional go be a doctor,
every successful market is saturated.
Well, yeah, true.
So,
true.
If you look back now, I don't know. There was one time 20 years ago in this country, everybody was IT, right? Everybody's IT.
Oh yeah.
Everybody's IT. Then everybody's project manager. Everybody's BA. Everybody's Scrum Master. So you see, this is what's happening. This is what's ready now. Everybody goes there. Yeah. At some point, then everybody start losing their jobs and stuff. So every successful market is saturated. So the question here is, how do you stand out? How do you, there's sound engineers, especially if you look at COVID. After COVID, ordinary churches. Every church now wants to hire a sound engineer.
Yeah. Because
people now realized during COVID that all their recordings were useless. Because people were playing past recordings from during COVID. They couldn't do live services.
Yeah.
They can't even use their past recordings because
the sound was shit.
The sound awful. Yeah. So everybody's now thinking, oh, I want a sound engineer. This church wants a sound engineer. That church wants a sound engineer. So at the moment, there's that market for it.
Yeah.
There's that need for it. But at the same time, like I said, every successful market is saturated. So it's like, how do you stand out? How do you, and when you get the gig, how do you remain in that gig without being complacent and also improving the gig that you get?
Yeah.
So you walk into a gig, improve the gig. Just don't. They come tell you, oh, they need a sound engineer, and you walk into the place, maybe do a little bit more. You know, just do a little bit more.
Yeah, I hear that.
Make yourself valuable. Make sure that they call you next time.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is. But every market is saturated, but you can make the best out of.
Yeah. I think you know, the market being saturated to me is a good thing as well, because you know, eventually the best will find a way to the top.
Afrobeat artists are touring, by the way.
Yeah.
Touring, yeah.
Afrobeat artists are touring.
Loads of them.
Right.
Loads of them.
No way.
Loads of them.
Trust me.
I believe it was just last night. Ashake was in New York.
Yeah.
Afrobeat artists are touring. Tiwa is touring in America at the moment. Ira Star is touring in America at the moment. Adekunle Gold is starting his tour next week in America.
People are busy there.
Yeah, me there too. I think she's touring. She's
touring.
Road,
I know Tiwa is doing Europe. Ira Star is doing Australia. She's doing New Zealand or something like that.
Wow.
And she's coming back to do Europe.
Yeah. I think Rema will be in London very soon as well.
Rema is in London on the 14th of November.
Yeah.
He did an American tour not so long ago. So people are touring.
Yeah.
And that's just the Afrobeats. Now, take away the Afrobeat, the UK music industry,
It's booming right now.
that is also a different market ballgame.
it's
So
booming right now.
everybody might want to be chasing the Afrobeat and saying, "Oh yeah," but trust me, they're boys. I still work with NSG.
Okay.
Yeah, so we still.
Yeah.
So obviously, because I'm very busy with Burna, I have a team of guys that we work together. So if I can't make a gig, I have
Somebody
people
goes
who are
there, yeah.
So NSG are releasing an album soon. You can expect they're gonna tour with the album. You know, young boys coming up. I've got a couple of guys like Nipa, and there's so there's so many people doing things. So much going on in the music industry. That as a sound guy, if you're good at what you do, you get picked
People are
up.
gonna look for you. Yeah.
It's
They're gonna
basic.
look for you.
And that's just the people we know.
Yeah.
And there are another 1,000 musicians that are
you
touring
do- you
on
have
a
no
daily
clue
basis
about,
that we have no idea who they
have
are.
no idea, yeah.
And then you can get picked up anywhere.
Right. So if someone is listening to this right now and think, you know what, I've got this experience, I've got this skill and everything, but I don't know how to put out my CV or whatever, like, how do they go about it?
Walk into a room.
A studio house.
Chase
Walk
them
into
down.
a room. There, you see all these small venues. Your O2 Islington. All those places. Just walk into the place. Are you guys looking for someone? Walk into a room. If they don't open the door, break the door down.
That's it,
That's
brother.
the way.
No,
You
true.
know,
That's true.
and I keep saying, I say to a lot of guys, I say, especially in the music industry, sorry, I take it back. In the creative industry, out of sight is out of mind.
You have to be consistent.
Out of sight is out of mind. So people have to remember that you exist.
You have to literally make them remember.
You have to make them remember.
Yeah.
So when you see some things like I hate social media
Why is that?
because I don't have time. But
boy,
I'm like,
it's an important
before you guys
tool.
forget that I don't exist anymore.
I'm still here.
I'm still here. Let me just post something.
Yeah.
So sometimes my posts are irrelevant. They're not. I won't say they. I have to think twice. What my post is. Remember, out of sight, out of mind.
People are watching you.
People can easily forget you.
That's it.
They can easily forget you.
That's it. It's true. Because just like you said, I think we always say this all the time, you know, especially in this industry, the media, whatever industry is, what have you done for me lately? You know, meaning we need the next thing.
Yep.
You go, I mean, we need to be seeing you too. You know, if you decide to just disappear, bro, people are going to forget you.
I will forget easy. And then when you realize that whatever you're doing for an artist, there are another 1,000 people that can do the same thing. So if you think, you're the best thing since sliced bread, you're a joker.
There's someone out there that can do it.
There's someone else that can do it.
Absolutely.
It's basic. You can't tell me that there's not somebody else that can mix Burna show.
Of course there are, yeah.
They might not be able to mix it right on the first day because obviously there's the dynamism, there's the knowledge of the album, knowledge of the songs and stuff involved. But
with time, they get there.
No, I'm not missing a show.
Somebody will come in and take your place. Easy.
Take your place easy.
But it's good you touch on that because I was gonna ask, like, so how do you stand out? Say you come to a show now, you're the mixer, you mix it and it's crystal, right? So how do you beat that?
Then you beat what you beat yesterday.
Okay.
So I'm gonna use the same Burna as an example.
Okay.
Last year his album was number 2. Right? When on the wiki released. So the only way you can beat number 2
Used to be number 1.
is to be number 1. So meanwhile, when he was number 2, it was a record for an African artist. So you beat it.
And how do you beat number 1? By releasing the next one and be number 1.
Yeah, being number 1 and being number 1 for more than 1 week.
That's it. Yeah.
So
that's it.
Yeah, so like I said, it's not a competition. We are our own competition. I'm my own competition. So if I mix today, every time, so any gig I do, I always record. And I go back and listen and say, okay, what was right, what wasn't right. So sometimes I have meetings with my own team, the sound team, and be like, this, we're changing this, that, and that reflects in our rider.
Right.
So we have what we call the rider that we send out, and we have versions. So Like now, after we finished the Love That Mini, we've done the album run, and we've checked, okay, what's the 2 shows we did in Roundhouse, sorry, the 1 show in Roundhouse, and the 2 shows in Banquet Records for the new album.
Yes.
So we've already sat down, we've done a review. I've done a review with the sound design team. So when I say this design team, it's not the engineers. The sound design team is me, MD, our lead playback guy, and second keys, Jola and Otis. They're the ones that do all the playback stuff. And so we've sat down, we've had conversations. What do we need to do? What do we need to make it better? We've done that. I've had a conversation with the sound team. All my guys in the sound team, what are we doing? So now we have a new rider, which is now a 6.0.
That's going to reflect all them change, yeah.
So the rider we were working with started at 5.0 at the beginning of the year. By the time we finished in August, it was on 5.8.
Keep going up.
Keep doing revisions. So if something happens in a show, like when it goes wrong in a show, it must never happen the second time. So if something goes wrong in the show,
it better not repeat itself again.
Why did it go wrong? What went wrong? What do we need to mitigate against that happening again? The moment we find that, I change the rider, update it, and send it to management. And I also send it to any shows we have lined up to the team of the guys doing the shows. That, sorry guys, I know I sent you a rider 5.6 last week, but based on this is a 5.7. Please adjust accordingly. So if you think like you've mixed a show today that it sounds great, no,
it's not.
It's not. It's not. How do you make it better? It can
There's
always
always room. There's always room for improvement.
Always room for improvement. Yeah. You get what I mean? Let's go into the album and everything, because just before we start the podcast and all that, we be jamming to the album and everything.
I told them. Did you tell them this is a crazy question? I'm gonna be, because I'm crazy like that. Like I would imagine Burna Boy coming to one of your rehearsals or whatever and be like, yo, I told them. Is it that kind of guy? Like would he brag and the whole like I told them, now you're seeing it happen now in your faces kind of thing?
Nah.
Because from the outside, because from the outside, when we're looking at everything, and everyone is saying, this guy's too proud, he's too egotistical, all this go, like, is he like that behind the scenes?
People mistake confidence for pride.
Bro, say it again, bro. Say it again.
People mistake confidence for pride. Yeah. Now, we are all humans. The way I would deliver a message to you is different from the way I deliver a message to him, and it's the way you would deliver the same message to me. There are a couple of things also come into play. Age. When you get older,
you get wiser.
Wiser, yeah. But at the end of the day, you'd realize that he knows himself.
He knows who he is.
He knows who he is.
Knowledge of self.
So, irrespective of what people think or what people say, he knows who he is. Now, it's not possible. I'm just, and I'm saying it because I know Burna. I'm saying it as a human being. Right. Imagine I'm saying, okay, I'm handling Burna's sound. I think it's great. I think it sounds good. And I go on Twitter the next day, and people are saying,
are bashing it.
The sound was rubbish. The sound was this. I'm human now.
You're gonna feel some type of way.
I will feel some type of way.
Yeah, like you're gonna doubt yourself a little bit.
You understand where I'm coming from? I would definitely feel some type of way. So imagine somebody who's now putting his life, his effort into something, and
people are rubbish in it.
Now, there's one thing for a stranger to rubbish my work. Imagine my friends or people I'm close to rubbishing my work.
Yeah.
It hurts different.
Or someone you trust rubbishing your.
It hurts different.
It does.
So, because if it's a stranger, you're like, what the fuck are you, man? What do you even know, man?
So, and okay, I'm not, I don't have 30 million followers, but I've seen people attack me on Instagram, and I go and try and DM them privately and be like,
Yo, what you doing?
"Yo, what are you doing?" And I go into their DM and see that they've messaged me before, asking me to be their mentor.
Yeah.
Bro, I didn't know where you were going with this, bro. I didn't know where you were going with this.
Okay, so how do you do with that?
You just know that the person's a cloud chaser. That's it.
Exactly. And then imagine,
Yeah.
I'm talking of, so imagine
That's a
somebody,
crazy one. Yeah.
yeah. I've casted one guy before.
Yeah.
Right. Puts this old private message. Now started going into my DM to unsend the
Yeah,
messages.
serious.
So then imagine
People like that.
I'm not even close to who Burna is.
Yeah.
Then imagine him having to deal with it. There was a time I knew that he didn't have any of his socials on his phone.
Are you serious? It was that bad.
So for me, I'm still always going to reverse it back to myself. I'll always say, put yourself in those shoes.
How would you feel?
How would you feel? You know? But that's one part. The day he recorded he had recorded it before we went to studio. But the first day we had, I told them.
Yeah.
The first day we had, I told them. Even we knew that the guy is a genius.
Of course.
So when he hand wrote the lyrics for us.
No way.
Yeah, because he wanted like a crowd vocal and studio and stuff.
Yeah.
And then he hand wrote the vocals for us. And when I looked at that script and I saw the lyrics, now this guy doesn't write his lyrics when he's recording. It comes up from there.
Are you serious?
So, but for us, he wrote it down so
right,
that the guys could sing into it. And I saw the lyrics. And I looked at him like this. Hey, but boy, you're normal now. It's not. It can't
See,
be.
is this coming from you?
It can't be.
Yeah.
So if you've been there and you see him work, and then you see people doubt him,
You're like this, but just full of shit.
yeah, I try as much as possible not to. I'm not that Twitter commentator that I don't reply to everybody's tweets and stuff.
Yeah.
I try as much as possible not to. But unfortunately, I did reply someone recently. I didn't at him, but he's been on your platform recently. I didn't at him, but I kind of called him out and said, "Dude, you of all people should know when to keep quiet.
You shouldn't be.
You shouldn't be talking.
You
You should know. You've been in the industry for a while. You should know that. Keep quiet. These guys are still human. They have their own demons they're fighting with.
They do, because sometimes we forget that they don't have demons they are dealing. They have.
But let's go back to I told them.
Okay.
If I said to you, maybe one day I'll go win Grammy, and then I win the Grammy. I said to you, one day I'm going to fill up a stadium. I fill up a stadium. I said, one day I'm going to be number one. I become number one. And you still don't believe me. Even Jesus said the prophet he said it out now. So
that was a good way to say,
if he was you, would you not come? I told them.
But then there's the thing though. Especially, doing my come up, because some of the story where we don't hear, doing the come up and everything, they were trying to blackball this guy.
He was being blackballed already.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So with that being said, if I told you, Lord, this is who I'm gonna be.
I go talk now.
This is what, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? And listen, I don't care if you guys don't say this guy is proud or bro. I would, I will rub it on your face.
So let's circle back.
Yeah.
So imagine if I told my wife, I said, don't do this thing, don't do this thing, don't do this thing. And she goes ahead and does it, and then the thing backfires.
I told you.
But I told you.
Yeah. True.
That's just one human being.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just one human being that did not listen to me.
Yeah.
So imagine when
thousands of people,
community of people don't listen. Come on.
Yeah. I would brag. That's what I asked. Like, I expect him
to earn the right to brag.
Yeah, I expect him to come in there and be like,
And bro, I like the fact that he's not backing down, because I think it was last week or thereabout that we were talking about SM. I said, listen, I'm looking at this whole thing, and I believe it was the same day that he won the number one in the UK, right? And he posted the thing that he posted on his Instagram story, because a lot of people were coming for him, and I believe he said something to the effect that The only time I've lied is in the police station.
In the court and
You go what I mean? Like he basically, and then what he said on stage as well. Like, you know, this trophy is for the people that believed in me and fuck you to you. Bro, it feels like, you know, he's in this ring, this octagon with all these doubters and haters, and they're just going back and forth and everything. And I love it.
For what reason though? That's where you need to ask yourself.
Yeah.
Why are they gunning for him?
But that's the thing, is the hate though. It's the hate. It's hate, bruv.
Is it really hate?
It's hate.
The guy didn't come and say,
It's hate.
I'm Messiah. He didn't come and say to you, I want to become the next president of Nigeria. He didn't come to you to say, I'm a pastor. He didn't come to you to say, he just wanted to do music. And he calls himself the African giant. And then Coachella goes ahead and puts his name small. And he tells
And he
Coachella,
makes a ruffle. I love
I called
that.
myself, I said I'm African giant. Why would you write my name small? Guy just believes in himself.
He believes in himself.
It's confidence.
Because a lot of people do not know. I believe we must have had this conversation again. I said, you see them prints, them concert prints with the name of the artist. It means something to some artists.
It means everything.
It means everything. The bigger your name is.
So let me give you an example.
Yeah.
NSG. Have you ever seen them in Afro Nation?
I can't remember now.
No. Because the first Afro Nation, NSG then had maybe one of the 2 top songs in the UK, which was OT Bop, I think, and Options or something.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
And they were meant to open up. They were meant to be the first artist at Afro Nation. So they were meant to be on stage at 4 o'clock or something. And they went on Twitter and said, NSG, opening up Afro Nation for you guys. We're not coming.
We're not doing that.
And they've never been to Afro Nation since then.
Wow.
Now, a lot of people say, they're proud.
They know their worth. Self-worth, that's it.
Yeah.
Bro,
Self-worth.
It's self-worth.
It's self-worth. You
It's
know?
self-worth.
And this is the thing.
If I don't respect myself, you ain't
No
going
one's
to
gonna
respect me.
Yeah.
And we are from this culture, which you probably know. We are from this culture where somebody can be stepping on your neck and stepping on your head. You go, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. You know, because, you know, it shows that you're humble.
You got good manners.
You go, I'm saying. But nah, bro. If yeah, exactly, bro. You know, if I know my self-worth, I'm sorry. I know my self-worth. You get me?
It's self-worth.
Yeah. If I'm gonna be a little bit messy, you know, because I'm thinking at the back of my mind, bro. Who did you call out, bro?
I'm not going to mention his name. I'm not even going to give him the platform for you to
Do that. Because I'm rethinking who is the person, because you said that the person has been here before.
The viewers, you lot do the math.
You do the math. That's what you guys do on social media, bro. You do the math.
You lot do the math. Yeah, you lot do the math.
You know,
but the day I see him, I would have my word with him.
Yeah, the conversation we
and
had.
then I can now mention names. But because I have not had a one-on-one to with him.
Yeah, all right, cool. Fair enough.
I respect that.
You know, but now the album dropped, and everyone is buzzing about the album and everything. What's your favorite track on the album?
Don't do this to me.
We have to do that to you, I guess.
2 questions. What's your favorite track on the album? Yeah. And where is this album in his discography to you?
Where would you rank that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where would you rank? Yeah.
It's hard.
Musically, I'm gonna tell you my favorite in different places.
Yeah.
Musically, it would be If I'm Lying.
Is it?
If I'm lying.
So I'm a music person. So when I'm saying music, I'm not talking about just music is me.
Yeah.
I studied music for studying music sake.
Right.
So I'm looking at what's going on here.
The vocals,
The
everything.
vocals, I'm looking at the chords, I'm looking at the mood, I'm looking at
The instrumentals, everything.
yeah, I'm looking at everything.
Yeah.
If I'm lying, I'm looking at lyrics, I'm looking at message, I'm looking at so many things.
Yeah.
If I'm lying, musically,
That's the one for you.
that's the one for me. If I'm lying. But I'm sure it's not something that everybody but if I'm lying.
Yeah.
It's like when you listen to Bank on It.
Oh, yeah. Bacon is the one, though.
You understand me? So where you're talking about,
you got a point. You got a point there.
Yeah.
It's
If
something you can just relax and reflect on it.
Yeah.
If I'm lying, it's the
Yeah, it's the one.
it's the one.
Yeah.
But when it comes to our vibe, City Boy.
Oh, oh. I'm glad you said this.
City Boy.
Yeah, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, bro. I think he missed the mark. And who am I? I'm just Toby here. But I think he kind of missed the mark.
I know where you're
here.
going with this.
Okay.
I think he should have released City Boy instead of Sitting on Top of the World.
Yes. I even tweeted it. I said, if the single was City Boy, that would have been Last 2.0. He would have taken over the summer. Because if you look at parties right now, raves and everything, once that song comes out, that boom, boom, everybody, bro.
So would you have had the same feeling about City Boy if you didn't see that viral video that he released?
If what?
You see the video that he did.
Okay,
with the stamping that
yeah.
everybody's now repeating.
Yeah.
Would you have had the same feeling about City Boy if that video didn't come out before the song?
But
Probably not.
yeah, but something would have happened though with that dun dun dun.
So,
But that alone shows you how much of a genius he is, though.
This is what I'm saying to you.
Yeah.
That when they release Last, I'm the one that say, don't release Last. Don't release Last. There's a method to the madness.
There is a
So
matter.
I don't know. So there's a different department that deals with his record releases and stuff, which Ronami is heavily involved with. They just don't release for the sake of releasing.
That's a whole method.
There's a whole reason why. So when they do it, I've learned not to question, but to run with it.
Yeah.
Because it's not my vision.
Yeah, it's their
So
vision,
in as much as all this is, I'm born and raised in church, and musically born raised in church where you follow the vision of
The pastor,
the
preacher,
pastor. So I've taken that into my work mode.
Yeah.
So if a runner comes to me now and says we have a 2-hour meeting, which we normally do, me and her, we are meeting, and she wants to do this, I never say it's impossible. That word doesn't exist for me, because
Possible is nothing.
it's more of, before she comes to me, I'm sure she's had a conversation with Burna. You know, so there's something they've said, there's something they want to achieve. So I've been employed to do it.
That's it.
So if it says Sitting on Top of the World, right, comes out, guess what happened this week?
What?
Sitting on Top of the World has 7 nominations in BET Hip Hop Awards.
Yeah. And check this for best hip hop, bruv. One of the categories about best hip hop.
That's crazy, bro.
Okay, so
The method to the madness.
with City Boy I achieved that.
No.
There's a method to the madness.
Which is where I was going to, because I was saying that, but then the flip of the coin is, say boy, you can tell, Sitting on Top of the World, I think it's for the American market. I might be wrong.
So let me flip this.
Because it
flip
goes
this.
off in America.
Let me flip this and bring another artist in.
Yeah.
Right. Rema, Calm Down. Selena Gomez. When he did that,
My guy.
when he did that remix with Selena Gomez, Nigerian casted him. They abused him.
Yeah, people were on
They even abused Selena herself.
They will be there.
I don't know why would they do that to yourself.
Some people went on her page to abuse her.
Yeah, I brought that, but that's something I don't know why us.
But guess what? That particular song is about to become the first African song to hit 1 billion streams on Spotify.
That is crazy, and it's still in the billboards till today.
Okay, so we need to move away from music business. Music business is not just the song, release, enjoy, assimilate. No. These guys there are people who work in the music industry. Or let me even circle back. There are people who work in the spaceship environment, Burna Boy spaceship environment, that I have never set my eyes on.
They are just behind the scenes. They are ghosts, but they are
do
there.
their own thing. maybe some of them have exchanged emails with before, but everybody has their own
Thing that they're doing.
thing they're doing, and everything has a purpose. So if sitting off top of the world is for the American market, and it's going to put money in my own pocket.
Hell yeah.
You understand where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
So if they are saying, let's break into them, maybe dynamics. I'm telling you that this is how much. There's some things that I don't know about. And I
you don't get involved in.
So I'm only going to speak like a fan.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
I'm going to speak like a fan now. That maybe dynamics sat down and said, okay, you know what? I think we still have like another 100 million people to reach in America. Let's do a song that can capture them. Well, you're sitting down here and being like, City Boy should have come before. Well, the person that's making the decisions has a vision that's way
beyond my little vision,
beyond.
Yeah.
So who am I to
my minute vision, bro?
Yeah.
So I would say let's circle back again. America has 350 million people, approximately between 300 and 350 million people.
That's a market we need, bruv.
That's a market, bro.
Yeah. And we need that. So that's why I don't even gunning for American market is good.
What I did.
Bro, that's,
that's what you need to do.
So
yeah.
if let's just imagine it captures 20 million.
That's still amazing.
Just 20 million. We don't need the whole 300. Just 20 million. And if it drops a song today, and all the 20 million Americans who have access to free data, cheap data, play the song. And then my brothers in Nigeria that MTN sells data to and some expensive, that only maybe 100K would stream, and the remaining 500K will go and download from AudioMark that will give me no revenue. Please, who would you sell to?
Of course.
Yankee, man.
Of course.
I'm out there, but I'll go there, put my chair and sit down there. And be like,
Of course.
So there's a method to the madness.
Yeah. And to me, that's one reason why, when people are criticizing, the Burners of the world, the Wizkids of the world, Davido, all these guys, and say, these guys, they focus on this, America and all them places. Bro, I'm sorry. That's where you know what I'm saying? That's where the money is, bro. Speak to your government.
Nigeria has 200 million people. So if there was data in Nigeria,
these guys will not need to go anywhere else, but it'll be.
If there was data in Nigeria, because don't forget that in that same album, there's On Form for the Nigerians. There's City Boy, They Play. There's Giza for the trenches.
For the trenches. Literally for the trenches.
Right. So imagine if all these people had access to data.
It's out of here. It's gone.
Yeah.
It's gone.
So Beyonce releases an album today. The Americans alone need to take. It's not for her to take her to number one for weeks. Yeah. So, but imagine if Africa had access to data like the Americans or the Europeans have, and our big artists release a song in one day, and half of Africa stream it.
It's out of here.
It's gone.
It's gone.
Yeah. It's gone.
They are them who go to chase us to come and do collab.
Yes, no.
So speak to your government, mate. Let's not get political here.
Apart from the government itself, some of these billionaires back home and everything that use their money for nothing. You go, like, invest in some of these things, bro. Because the Americans, some of these record companies that are coming to Africa to pick up some of these artists, do you think that they're joking? Do you think they're stupid? They know what's there. They know that the gold is there. And they are coming to get that gold. But you guys were there just to waste time.
Gold is there.
No, I think, yeah, I get you when you say the individuals, but I think it's more the government needs to create that space where, they can thrive.
So let me give an example, right? Let me give an example. You know that most Americans, their mobile phones has data in over 200 countries they go in the world.
Yes.
Free,
yeah.
So even us, way from UK, you
We're
go
not
to
rich.
you want me it's not cheap.
Yeah.
But an average American
Can
comes
use their
out
phone
of
anywhere.
the plane, switches on their phone, and the data is free.
That's crazy. That's
So,
crazy. That's where the market
environment,
is, bro.
the tool, the environment is set up
Yeah.
for them
So
to
the environment
win.
is set up. The environment is set up, and that's it's just basic. So when you see artists going to that market,
And also that's the entertainment market of the world.
they have the population, they have the. So you are doing an American tour, right? So you do an American tour. An average, let me see now, an higher star, because I'm kind of involved in that tour.
Yeah.
My company is involved in that tour. So an average city that she goes to, she does 1,000 seater rooms, 1,500.
Yeah.
I think she's doing about 20 dates, 20 states and stuff like that. You can't even do that in the UK. How many cities do you want to go to in the UK? London,
Manchester.
Birmingham,
Birmingham.
Manchester.
Maybe Newcastle.
Maybe who's going to come to you in Newcastle?
If
You
we
might as
there,
well go to-
even in
you
there,
might as well
it's
go to
like-
Scotland and maybe let the Newcastle people come
over there, yeah.
and then you go to Ireland.
Yeah.
That's it.
There's no
That's
many
it.
places to go.
And guess what? If you do a show in London and you do Birmingham, the Birmingham people will rather come to London.
Yeah,
because
than
they'll-
go to the Birmingham
they will
one.
take it as a day out
In London.
And so trust me, the American market is
It's different.
It's
And we could have easily had that in Nigeria if these people know what they're doing, because from Lagos to Abuja is far. You go what I'm saying? And it's like a whole different thing on their own. So if you're able to do Abuja, if you're able to do Lagos, if you're able to do Port Harcourt, you go what I mean?
yeah.
Like,
It's
yeah,
different.
bro.
It's different because not more everybody that will be in Lagos that go. Nah, it's
No,
not.
it's
why
different.
would they want to need to go
That's
there?
what I'm saying.
Lagos alone, you can do 4 dates in Lagos.
Easy.
And do, you know,
No,
You
no,
go what I
but
mean?
we really need to look into that touring in Nigeria though.
Yeah.
Fam, it's going to be hard.
'Cause what happened? Because remember back in the day, like even to flip it back, like them Star Mega Jam days, but what happened to them days? Like,
Bro, it's going to
Why
be
don't
hard.
we-
I've never been to a Star Mega Jam. I don't know what it's like. But from my own point of view is we've done about 3 shows in Lagos on a Burna gig, I think. I think it's 3. 3 or 4, I can't remember.
Yeah.
But the biggest problem that I've seen with Lagos is that they have not matched the continuous improvement of us as the artists when we come around. So
interesting.
when I'm looking at the first show Burna did in Lagos that I can't remember of, I think it was 2019, and it was just a 6-piece band.
Okay.
So 2022, 23 January is coming with 35-piece band
Shit.
in 3-4 years. So that's how
It's grown.
exponential this growth has been. But the people he's going to,
They have not improved.
the growth hasn't
They
matched
see
up.
the primary one.
So you're
primary one, bro.
hearing situations whereby when you guys came last year, this
It was
is
this.
what you used. But why do I want to come and give the audience the same show
That I did 3 years ago.
I gave them last year?
Was that the situation that happened? Was it December?
Or January 1st?
Yeah, January 1st. Yeah. Was that the same situation that happened? Because everyone, and once again, everyone on social media was criticizing him, saying, oh, you don't care
You're
about
feeling
your
too big.
people, blah, 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 blah. But what you're explaining right now,
It makes
the
sense.
technicalities behind the scene.
So let me even tell you the funny thing. Burna released a statement after that show, that January
Yes,
show.
yes, he did.
And blamed the sound, blah, blah, blah. There were guys in the sound industry in Nigeria that said that it was my fault, that Burna was blaming me when he released the statement.
that was directed to you.
That was directed to me. So that's how
Warped.
That's stupid.
warped their
warped it,
thinking is.
Yeah.
You understand where I'm coming from? And the honest truth is, I won't say much about it, but we almost pulled out of the gig 2 hours
Before the time.
before it was meant to go on stage. We were going to pull out the gig and be like, you know what?
Thank
Guys,
you very
get in
much.
the car,
But no thanks.
leave. But
He even said it on stage. He said, I think he said something to the
If
effect
not
that
be Shay or something like that,
Yeah,
I
like
don't-
if it wasn't for Shay vibes, I would have gone home, something like that.
yeah,
he even said it on stage.
we were gonna leave, and because it's like I say to people, I remember I remember there was a gig I went to somewhere in Kenya. This was with NSG. And that's why we have riders. So when I send you a rider, I'm telling you, this is what I need.
We need this in place.
To give me the show. And we sign contracts based on riders. So for you to sign this, do the show, so I signed the rider and we get to Kenya. They pick us up from the airport. I think it must have been like 6 G-Wagons. We were I think we were 8.
Yo, bro. 5. You can't just say that. Like, you know what I mean? You can't just say that and just stream over that, bro. It was 6 what? 6 G-Wagons,
about 6 G-Wagons.
You know what I'm saying?
So the NHS guys can correct me if I'm wrong. But I can tell you, the reception, they picked us up from the airport. Everybody was giving SIM card. I was like, oh wow, this is gonna be the best
shit ever.
Show ever I've ever done in Africa. You know, we get to the hotel. Nice, not bad. About the hotel, I had my own security. As a sound engineer, they gave me one security to myself.
Yeah.
Because I was going to go to the venue and check, blah, blah, blah. I get to the venue. I'm like, so where's the mixer? They now showed me this mixer. I'm sorry, you see this mixer that you have here? If they gave me this one, I would have maybe even done the show with it.
Are you serious?
No way.
Like it was that bad.
Yeah.
Talk about putting the money where it shouldn't be. They spent the money on G-Wagon and then forgot the
main
source.
thing.
Yeah.
The mics were rusted. I said, no. I did. If you go on my Instagram, there's a video on it. I did a reel on it. Like even I remember some of the promoters messaged me privately to apologize and stuff. I said, it's a disrespect to the artist. So to think I sent you a rider and you think, no, don't worry, wherever we give them, they would use.
Yeah.
That was what happened with the Burna Lagos show. So in the sense of, this is what we have.
And that is the thing, because we had that conversation, bro. You know, I said, when that happened and the whole thing, the hoopla and all that stuff, I even said, I'm sure, that there's probably a contract in place that says, listen, if this and this and this and this are not in place,
if
we are not going to be performing.
If we walked out of that show, everybody's getting paid.
That's it.
Because they're the ones that breach contract.
Yeah. We said it. Go back and watch that episode.
Bro, I can tell you this one for free. Yeah? Me and Rodney were still joking about it about a week ago. You see these XLRs?
Yeah.
This XLR.
Yeah.
They ran out of XLRs 3 times while they were setting up. The last one, somebody went to one of his churches, to go and be removing cable so that we can use the plug.
You serious?
It was that.
Yeah,
crazy.
it was that bad. So,
which is the reason why when people are complaining that that artists are not coming to Africa or to Nigeria to perform and everything, I'm laughing at them, bro, because I don't think they are ready. Yeah, these artists that we have right now, are not the same. Bro, they're not the same artists from...
It's going to get worse.
That's what I'm saying.
So especially now that a lot of these guys are traveling and
so they know what goes.
Yeah. They're seen now.
They know what goes.
The standard is all the way up here. The standard is all the way up here. You know what I'm saying? So, bro, I don't think the market over there is ready. And they are so entitled, right? Because you're from Africa, you're from Nigeria. You should be able to just... do it for us because now I'll support you now.
Yeah, there's the entitlement there, and there's also the lack of knowledge.
True.
So a lot of people don't even know, is it a Burna show? Is it a
next
promoter show?
Yeah.
Whose show is it? So if something goes wrong, is it Burna that made it go wrong? Is it so because we don't come out and say, oh, this is
this person's fault? Is this person's fault?
People don't know.
People don't know.
So
it's easy to just blame the artist.
No, that's it. But that's the only target.
Yeah.
It's not even the easy target. The artist is the only target.
That's the low hanging fruit, isn't it? You know what I'm saying?
The only target.
And also, apart from that, bro, I don't know if you're paying attention to what's going on with the Afro Nation thing now. That's about to happen in Lagos. Yeah, the tickets is about like 200 and something pounds, 300 pounds.
Yeah.
People are already crying. You know what I'm saying?
People in Nigeria, people
in Nigeria are already crying. Like
Too
how
expensive.
how person go bring out 250 pounds, 300 pounds to you got I mean to buy a ticket and everything. Which is the reason why I said, because we had that conversation here. Personally, I think where we are at the moment over there, it's probably only going to be a concert show that can work there. Because some of these artists here, when they come to the UK, standard tickets like about 250, easy.
And Nigerians will pay for it though. They will still pay. They will complain, but they will pay. We too like Jarrett. It's December.
as long as they come to have fun, they will
They will
come and
still
have
pay.
fun.
But I'm guessing that Afro Nation have also, as like I said, I'm guessing that Afro Nation have also looked at the standards they have to deliver. One thing I can categorically tell you, I know fully well, is the Afro Nation stage is in Ghana. So they have to ship it from Ghana to Nigeria.
Yeah.
That the whole
stage.
outdoor stage.
Yeah.
That's going to come with a cost.
That's going to come with a cost.
Yeah, so-
and then forget about the sound now. It's probably going to be like some international company that will have to come over there to do it.
It's going to come with a cost.
You know what I mean?
So if we were to go to do Afro Nation, I don't know if we are doing it. After what happened in Lagos,
it gotta be right.
Yeah, it has to be right. And if
to be
it's going to be right, it's going to cost them money.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's just thing. So if you guys want a good show, they pay. They are better,
Yeah,
they pay for
which I think Afro Nation should be in Nigeria, because golly, I don't know why Afro Nation is in Ghana and not in Nigeria. You know what I mean? Like, it's a good thing that it's in Ghana. Listen, but at the end of the day, you're talking about Africa right here, West Africa. Nigeria should be involved, you know, which that's a whole different conversation because of the government and all that shit, you know. But okay, so you said your favorite track on the album. What is your favorite track on the album?
I think I'm on now. Cheat on me, bruv. It's still on.
Okay.
Cheat on me.
I hear that.
Cheat on me.
I hear that.
For me, cheat on me, and then on form. Then they play, but cheat on me, I listen to that shit every day. I like
Who's the girl that cheated on you?
Oh, who do you cheat on?
Nah, I don't listen to that for fun, for the fun.
Just for the jolly, yeah.
Because I like the flows, the flows.
You know what? For me, it's so funny because I'm all over the place with this, right? At first, it was Big 7.
Right.
What? The first time I hear people, I asked people that call me, I would die. You get me? I was playing that shit back to back. But then slowly it went from Big 7 to Giza. Yeah? And then from Giza, it went to Tested,
Approve
and Trusted. Right? And then from there right now, bro, when you guys were here, what was the song that was just playing?
Can't remember. Remind us, please.
It was on form. You played on form.
Yeah, on form is
I'm on form right now.
Form
bro.
for me reminds me of what's the song he sang with Nisi? Come on, person.
Come on, person. Yeah.
It gives me that kind of vibe.
Yeah.
But the thing is,
this industry won't share me. Hey, story of my God.
but for me, I remember I tweeted that City Boy was the new Is Plenty. So if you look at Last Last was a hit.
Yeah.
Hey, what?
Yeah, Last was a hit. But you know, Is Plenty is the anthem.
Is it?
Nah, personally,
Is Plenty is the
It's
anthem.
Plenty for me I like Plenty more than Last, bro.
Is Plenty is the anthem.
Are you
I
serious?
swear to God.
Is Plenty is the anthem.
Maybe I've not paid attention to that, but
Last is the hit. Is Plenty is the anthem.
But It's Plenty is the song.
Yeah.
That is this. Last for me. Last was obviously hype was well deserved.
Is Plenty
but-
is the anthem.
Yeah, no,
so,
definitely.
And I said, when I heard the album, obviously I didn't say it, I'd heard the album before it was released. But when it was released, I tweeted and said, City Boy is the new Is Plenty. Now, every album would not always have a last.
yes, and that's okay.
It's if you are you're lucky,
You get another one.
you
but
get another one, because Twice as Tall didn't have a last. He had wonderful songs in it. It didn't have a last. But then you had African Giant with Ye. Now Ye was that song that was a hit. We were thinking it was going to be a hit for the next 5, 6, 10 years. But then Last comes up.
And just.
So I said, for me, in Last, in African, anybody. That's your anthem. Anybody. That's your anthem.
Yeah, was the heat.
Okay.
Yeah.
So It's Plenty is your anthem.
It's the anthem, yeah.
Bro, you need to see It's Plenty when he goes a cappella on when he's
stage,
performing.
Yeah. Nah, It's Plenty. It's Plenty is the song for me.
He even goes to It's Plenty when he thinks he's losing the crowd.
I think so too.
Yes,
I think that.
Bro,
I've not
that's a
noticed
banker,
it.
Yeah,
Bro,
that's a banker.
we
for
can
him.
be in the middle of the set and you just hear as the Naki Bedu. You just go.
Everyone will go crazy.
Bro, we go to Scandinavian countries. We go to where were we? Was it no, not Ostrava,
Sweden or where?
Sweden or somewhere. And then he did It's Plenty a cappella, and you would expect is enough, and the whole 95% Caucasians are singing It's Plenty.
Shit.
It's an anthem.
No, It's Plenty.
So when you look at City Boy, I saw City Boy as
City Boy's gonna be the anthem.
the anthem.
Yes.
I didn't really think there was a last. And one of the outsiders as in fans on Twitter was arguing with me, and I know that they play is the anthem, It's Plenty on the new album.
Yeah.
I wasn't too convinced.
But that they plays
that's interesting.
The play is dangerous, bro.
I see they play this.
As we are going slowly, I repent quickly. I know when to say.
You ask for forgiveness. You get me? Answer.
City Boy is gonna give Last a run for his money.
I think so.
Yeah.
I personally believe.
I think so.
Now, one thing City Boy has that Last doesn't have is the dance to it. So City Boy has another advantage.
That's bro. I'm telling you. Yeah.
No, but then again, Last had the sampling that was
Yes.
that done it. So
Yes. Last had that catchy.
It's hard.
You got me that catchy in the
Bro.
You got me.
City Boy.
But City Boy, bro, at a party
Bro,
yesterday.
City Boy children will do your dance.
That's what I'm saying.
Asians will do your dance. Africans will do your dance. And it's the dance itself.
Who came up with that concept? That dance.
I think it must be him. It was, I don't know. I have
Yeah,
no
yeah,
idea.
yeah.
It must be from that. First time we saw it was when the viral video came out. The one when it was
Yeah.
That's the first time we saw it. And now that dance is incorporated into the performance itself.
Yes.
Then you now have the play. And you go to the AKDB. You know, have you seen the
Yeah,
dance?
yes.
So
Yeah,
those
I've seen
two
it.
songs, I think they will go. On Form is more of the
Hi, God.
Nigeria, the Africans, the Nigerians will enjoy On Form. I'm on Form. You know, he has that vibe to it.
Bro.
He was saying his shit on phone, but he was speaking his shit.
No,
You know-
the
do you know
whole
what-
album, the whole album, he was saying it.
Guy, do you know what he came in for on form?
Yeah.
That last bit, yeah, the way he dipped his voice low. Yeah, as if, you know, say if I listen to song and everything, yeah, I just listen to the voice and everything. The way he dipped his voice, bro. After this, right, just go play. The way he dipped his voice low, as if he was sad, right? He said, "This industry won't shame me." Hey, this story of my life, bro. That you see that place. That place kills me, bro.
It's magical.
Fam, go listen. Anyone with listen, just go listen to it, bro. You got what I'm saying? That's part of the reason why it kills me, fam. But his discography, though.
Oh, you mean the album?
Yeah, where do you place the album on his discography so far?
Let's see how you're coming out of this one. Now.
Let's see how you're coming out of this one.
This album is great, right? It's great. You see continuous improvement.
Yeah.
You see even vocally, lyrically.
He's
I
on
read one idiot. Oh, sorry, I don't want to abuse anyone. I'm sorry, but
Yeah.
I read one review of the album, and someone said that was creatively exhausted.
I think I saw that article.
And like, I
think I saw that article.
I'm like, dude, are you in his brain? But trust me.
Yeah, it's haters, bro.
Trust
That
me.
just haters.
You know, sometimes I don't always want to associate everything with hate. But most of the time, I associate with the fact that a lot of people, because they are not in the presence of, they don't have access to the artists. They just from
whatever. I think I know the one you're looking for.
Yeah, so they just from that belief in their head, and they just want to run with it.
And also, I think, coming to that article, before we go back to the discography, I think that interview that he did with Zane Lowe, right, sort of gave the people that obviously didn't like him, right, that more armor to say, you see what we've been telling you about this guy, about the whole Afrobeats.
I'm not going to discuss.
No, we're not going to go into that.
I'm not going to discuss what he said in the interview.
Yeah.
But the question I'm going to ask is, if anybody in the Afrobeat industry or in the music Afrobeat industry has never said that statement that Burna said while they're hanging out with their friends, they should come out and tell me.
Yeah. We all live in this glass house, don't we?
We all live in this glass house, don't we?
So it's just...
Yeah.
I'm just saying it.
Yep.
So he's the one that
came out to say it.
No, he's the one that they choose
to throw the
stones at. But I can guarantee you, if you can search ones from other interviews, people have said worse. So I'm not even gonna like dignify wherever the conversation is. And let's look at good. If you ask a lot of people now in the gospel industry, because I work with a lot of gospel artists too, and they will tell you that, the songs these days, we get people saying the songs these days have no substance. The gospel songs these days have no substance. So
Nas said it as well when it came to hip hop. I don't know if you guys know the album Hip Hop Is Dead. This was like 20 years ago. He said it, and a lot of artists in hip hop as well say, some of these new artists, these new rappers are not saying anything.
At every point in time, an artist gets to a realization that they want more than what the industry is giving them. Every artist would always reach that point. So, because the others haven't reached it, they might not see sense in what he's saying. And then even the people who are bashing have no idea of what music is. You get where I'm coming from.
They are just looking for a club banger.
Yeah, you understand where I'm coming from.
Club banger.
So, what he's saying, I've been on that ideology about Afrobeat
for some time now.
For like 15 years now. Whew. Then I never even saw myself that I was going to work with Afrobeat artists, because I just felt it was just a bit of jumbo noise. And
do you know what? I cannot agree with you, because it's so crazy the amount of conversations that we've had here, right? I believe that there was a period, I think the artists that I kind of saw, I'm like thinking, this guy is really saying something. The last person was like Two-Face. There was a period, a transition period where almost every song out there was girl song, club song, and all of them, I want to dance with you.
There's
I want
nothing new.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it was that period, and I know people might not like this, because people will say, because you guys are having that Burna Boy conversation. I think it was Burna Boy that actually brought back that substance where he's saying something and you pay attention to an album, because there was a period where in the culture it was more singles. Everyone is looking for that club banger that's gonna go. A lot of people are not paying attention to albums. Not that artists were not releasing albums, but a lot of people paid more attention to singles. What's gonna go off in the club?
So it also boils down to not just singles. So I was doing a research that I obviously I'm meant to do a PhD.
Okay.
And my thesis was going to be on The power of repetitive listening.
The power of repetitive listening. Okay.
Yeah. So it boils down to the fact from that those days, if you listen to a Fella's album was 15, 16 minutes. One song.
Yeah.
Now it's 2.5 minutes.
Yeah.
So if you go back to church, we have your hymns. You have your 6 lines, 4 lines of chorus. 6 lines, 4 lines of chorus. Onward Christian soldiers marching us toward and then you have your 4 lines of your chorus. And they were written in the 70s. Your Ashanki's, your what's this other guy's name? What's all those hymn books then?
Yeah.
Now, as you're coming back into the 2000s, you now start have your 4-line choruses rather than your 6-line and 4-line chorus. So you get your "Let us with a gladsome mind praise the Lord for He is kind, for His mercy say endure." It was 4 lines and then you now start coming down to the 2021 or wherever we are in. You now go to your 2-line choruses, right? Because the more we are educated, we see ourselves into technology. Our our attention span reduces.
Shortness,
Yeah.
So, if you like it or not, it affected the industry.
Right.
Either be Afrobeats, either be pop, either be hip hop, where people were more bothered about just be able to catch the audience.
Yeah.
So your chorus now becomes what you call hooks. So you now go from 4 lines. Let's use the gospel industry. You now get to where people are repeating words to capture people's audience. You say, "Great are you, Lord. Great are you, Lord. Great are you, Lord. Great are you, Lord." Just one word. Repeat it 4 times. Because you want to catch up the audience.
Yeah.
Now, an old school person will tell you there's no substance
rubbish.
in that.
Yeah.
True. I see your point.
Then you go to from 4 lines to 2 lines to 1 line to 1 word.
To literally no line.
Whoa.
Yo, that whole track, I mean, that shit was a
So at the end of the day,
Yeah.
if you ask somebody for the lyrics of that whole song,
None.
they don't know it.
None.
They just know the whoa beats.
Yeah.
So what Burna said is just a reality of what every artist that gets to a point in time where they want more
Realizes.
So it's no longer about just entertaining the audience. It's no longer about just making everybody. If you go into the gospel industry, the gospel guys will tell you it's no longer about just entertaining. It's about the worship. It's about It's because they feel that there's a lack of substance in what is being repeated. And I'm going to say it again. Every successful industry is saturated.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because everybody sees now that Afrobeat is successful. Everybody wants to do music. So everybody's beginning to sound like themselves.
Yeah.
Everybody's beginning to tiny.
Yeah.
They're just thinking it. So I'm like, I want Afrobeat to be better than this. I want you to do that. And I'll come out and say a statement. You're going to run with it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
You're going to run with it.
Absolutely.
So but go back to your question of his discography. Let's go to on a spaceship.
That you're one.
Go on a spaceship. And go and listen to Burna on a spaceship.
Are you serious?
Nah, he had that fire in him there, though.
Go and listen to a lot of people would to them Burna's best album is when they discovered Burna,
Which can be African Giant.
but go to Making a Life of Impact. That is all about. And go and listen to songs there that I always even pray that we bring some of those songs back to. I think we did one in London for like an interlude. Amorawa, Tabari Rawa. Yeah, come on.
That is the number.
When people are now saying, "Oh, sitting on top of the world," or "You're Big 7," that people are saying it's not Burna, then they know they don't know
They don't
Burna.
know. That's,
Yeah.
They don't know.
Big Seven is the original Burna.
That's him there.
That's
him,
that's Burna.
That's him right there.
You know, that's Burna. So
On a spaceship for you takes it now.
on a spaceship.
So where does
That's my
I
Jimmy.
told them?
That's my Jimin album.
Okay.
Easy.
Oh yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. That's once you just play that. Dun, 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 dun.
Why do you think a lot of people don't talk about that album? A lot of people always focus on the African Giant.
That's what I said. That a lot of people know
That was his breakout.
the breakouts for them. They know Burna. They know
Was from
was
African Giant.
From African Giant.
I'm not gonna lie. For me, yeah, obviously I knew Burna before African Giant, but I think when the African Giant dropped, for a while that was like my best album of Burna's. But I think right now, bro, I told him it's up there, bro.
Yeah. Nah,
I
for
told
me
them
too.
Until you hear the next album.
It's cook- I bet he's cooking already.
Yeah,
I bet he's cooking already.
Is there a time he's not cooking?
Yeah, because one of his Abby said he record like every time. He just record.
There's not a time he's not cooking.
Do you know what? Yeah, you're saying this right now. Okay, how about you though?
My best album. Yeah, I think, for me, we're saying where do we rate? I told them. I told them, for me, it was like it's nowhere near best, but it's kind of looking like it's his best work though. Because,
Yeah, bro.
Because there's loads of where, it's kind of looking like the one.
But you guys should just wait till we start touring with it. Then you now. Then you.
I know that is gonna be. I know the next concert is gonna be stupid.
Because there's many moments to,
I know the next one's gonna be stupid, bro.
And to be honest, I told them is gonna be one album that we get to play every single song on the set list.
I think so.
So the only two songs only two tracks that you won't play is the Virgil and the 12 Jewels, which were the talks, the interludes.
Skits,
And maybe the one with J. Cole.
Every one of them.
I don't know how I feel about the one with J. Cole.
Motherfucking tax I get. You will not play that.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
It might rub people up. Why do you think?
Yeah, it's because
you didn't come to Roundhouse.
listen, bruv. I was so pissed. Yeah, I was so pissed about that. Yeah, for some weird reason. I think we are in the conversation. Tickets sell out like that, bro.
Bro,
You're on there, and then
you're like, on there. That was the time, That was the time. I was waiting 8 o'clock in the morning. No, 11 o'clock in the morning. I will never forget that because we were chatting in the group chat. So everybody said, "All right, cool. Since you're already waiting, wait. Once it drops, buy the ticket for everybody. Everyone will come, bro." I am not lying to you. I had to screenshot it and send it in the group. 1 minute after 11, it literally under a second.
we know
when
a day before 300 tickets extra were released. Because what happened was we call them production hold. So you hold them just in case you want to do any extra production, maybe bring a runway to the middle.
Yeah.
Because spaces will be lost. So when we said you can release it, there were no pyros or no special effects. So release it. 300 tickets. So do we need to announce? Because no. So just release the 300 tickets. And I remember a friend of mine asked me, "Oh, bro, are these tickets?" I said 300 tickets were released like an hour ago. So go on the website and go and buy it. We didn't announce it.
Yeah, we
Guy
didn't
comes back to
announce.
me and says, "Bro,
you know what, bro? You know what, bro? The next one, can we have you on speed dial, bro? You know what I mean? So that we can get.
don't
that,
worry.
Bro.
We have to, bro.
Stadium next year.
You go what I'm saying, bro? Because
And I'm about to announce to all my friends. If you're my friend, when they release the dates for the stadium next year,
don't call me.
you better buy your tickets. Because don't call me for guest list.
You go.
No.
Do you get that call all the time though? Bad. Like,
put fresh off the boat on that list as well, man. You're gonna get, but I'm happy to like to pay his concert. I'm happy to.
No, fam. I'm happy to pay and go to a concert. You know what I'm saying? But it's just one of them ones, bro.
Intimate ones are good as well, like that Roundhouse. But it pissed me off.
I wanted to be there.
Roundhouse had that.
Yeah, it had that intimate touch to it. Yeah.
So he's singing. There's a video of If I'm Lying. On YouTube,
I saw that. Yeah,
and he's singing, and he tells the crowd to sing. and the whole crowd are singing a song that came out less than a week.
That's crazy.
Lyrics.
And some of them are white people though.
Bro, word for word. Even me, Seth, way be sound engineer.
You don't even know some of the words.
I don't, so my son is a Burna fan.
Right.
Of course.
Crazy. I know. I didn't introduce him all. It's his own choice.
Yeah.
Bro knows the whole lyrics to the album. I'm like, dude, don't disgrace me. Even me, Seth, I don't know anything.
Even beside the struggle for years.
So you know there are people who are like that.
Yeah, there are people like that, bro.
Yeah, he knows the whole lyrics to the album.
I think the guy has crossed over, man. He has, bro. He's no longer. I don't know why. He has crossed over, bro, because we are seeing his signing thing in Manchester and all them places, bro. Fam, you're looking at the line, bro.
Yeah, but it's hard work, though. Do you think he wants to be in Manchester at 3:00? Do you think he wants to be Leicester the previous day, Manchester the next day? But it's hard work.
It's hard work. God do it. You gotta put in the work,
grind.
and
You gotta put in the work.
fam, and to me, that's probably the reason why I salute him, bro. Because a lot of people want this to be handed to them, but you gotta put in the grind because this guy is still on the road, literally. You got, I mean, he's still on the road and everything. But let's talk about, the what's the word I'm looking for? The support around him, bro. Because we always see his mom, his sisters, and everything. And looking in from the outside, his mom looks like that tough woman. Like she's all about the business. She's all about the business. Like we are not fucking about here.
Obviously I have to make sure I don't cross any boundaries and stuff.
Yeah.
But to be honest, I appreciate Namix for what she's done for
Burna.
Because there are two things there. She's the manager and she's also his mom. So she's not getting half and half. It's like, let's imagine like an artist. You have a manager at work and then you have a wife at home. Your wife would only see what you give her when you get home. Your manager, you see what you give
When you go work. Yeah.
But you have a mom who sees both, what you give at home and what you give. So she's able to like
Balance it out.
And be both for him when it's necessary. And at the same time, build the right team around him. So when you look at his sister, Uncle T, MD, and I'm talking, like I said to you, there are other people around him. There's a guy called Matthew Boss. Matthew, you look at Jesse, who mixes the album, and Namix is loyal. She takes her time to get people into her team, but she's loyal. She keeps up people. If you do your job right, you're secure.
Good.
It's almost like a job security when you work with Namix.
Yeah.
So, and as I think that's one of the best gifts he has.
Yeah.
That she's there. Because sometimes family are the worst though.
Not for you.
I can categorically say that
Not for you.
the one family that you don't hear story at all. They stole my money. Or this person. Yeah.
And apart from that, people are taking the piss.
Family can be worse.
What?
They'll be telling you that they are building house for you in Kotangora.
Not for you. My baba, now the same thing we're doing now.
Yeah.
My baba, he's been here for like 20 years. You go, I mean, sending money.
And to his brother.
Sending money to his brother to build house. The brother was building his house and his house. You know what I'm saying? So if the cement is 50 pounds,
it's 100 pounds.
For example, he tell him 100 pounds.
So you divide it, you take one.
You know what I mean? So the brother is building his own house, bought his own land with my baba's money. You know what I mean? Building his house and building this guy's house. This guy didn't know.
Yeah.
For family, like you said, family can
family can be crazy, but he's blessed. He's favored, he's blessed, he's got grace. That he has family that
and also I also think it's everybody knows this is a business. We are not taking the piss here. You know, because things like that, if you have family around and everyone is involved in everything,
They can be lackadaisical.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you can't really tell them off, because if you tell them off, everyone will get their feelings, you know. And to me personally, that's the reason why a lot of people prefer to work with strangers. So that when you come in, you know you're coming for business. But then at the same time, strangers, you know, yes, they love you, but there's nothing like family as well.
Yeah, family. So even for you, when you come into the team, you know you're coming into a family.
Yeah, that's how it's run.
That's how it's.
That's amazing.
Nah,
man.
shout out to Nami. Go gunshot for Nami.
Yeah,
man.
gunshot to her.
She's doing a lot, man. She's doing a lot.
You know what I'm saying?
She's done a lot.
Just before we leave here, the recording process, what's it like? Because, okay, we're in the studio doing the cooking of the
So
album.
what's even the studio self? That's another.
Okay, well, you tell this. So is the studio everywhere it goes?
Yeah, carries the studio with him everywhere.
Playing
So
everywhere.
so he camps, like kind of camps. So if it's somewhere, that's like, you know what, I want to record for this next 1 week. We're in the sound engineer, the recording engineer, the whole studio is set up, and he just pauses
Lets
himself
it
out.
up.
So he records anywhere. So
You can record anywhere.
wow. So were you around doing the cooking of this album now?
We participated in a couple of them. I think some of the other guys did more. I was told them, tested, approved, and trusted. But that's a separate team entirely.
Yeah. So
music.
So the live team and the studio team don't really
merge.
merge.
What do you mean by the live team?
Live performances.
The live performance team.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So that's the beauty of it. Because we are not stifled in our own creativity, and the studio guys are not stifled in their own creativity. So when it comes out, so you can hear a Burna album in studio, and when you get to the live,
It's a
and
different
you'll be like,
thing, man. What is this?
What like that Giza, bro?
So
Yeah.
but if the live guys went into studio and created that, when it comes out, there's no difference.
Yeah, it won't be fresh. It won't be fresh.
These guys work. His work ethic has to be top notch.
Absolutely.
Golly,
I mean,
I can only imagine. Bro.
To be fair, to attain the amount of that the height is hot now, but you have to.
You have to put in the work. It's not easy.
There's no by luck.
Because people on the outside will only see the enjoyment in it. You know, the flexing, the jewelries, and all this stuff, but they don't realize the amount of work that goes in on the inside.
Even those of us that are inside, there's some work that goes on that we don't know how the amount of work. So thousands of people that are out.
Yeah. So, bro, that's crazy, bro.
This was good.
That is crazy.
It's just normal. Like any industry, you stay in your lane. You don't cross boundaries.
Yeah.
And
You know your position.
Respect the procedure in place.
Yeah, of course.
And then you get more benefit from it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So just before we leave, you've worked with Burna, Wizkid, Davido, right? But
among others, but
among others.
I hope you're not going to ask me the question you want to ask me. Well, go on.
Who's your favorite now?
You got me.
Now who's your favorite?
No. I'm not going to ask them who's your favorite. I'm not going to judge that, right? But when you look at them on stage, what is the difference between these three superstars
On stage,
in terms of performance?
But we all know we have to give it to Burna though.
Of course, bro.
There's no favoritism in what I'm saying in the sense that like I said earlier, the stage is his playground. So
It's play. It's not work.
That's where he steps
it's
in.
not work,
That's where he steps into his greatness.
So Roundhouse, when we're gonna get on stage, we got the number one album thing, and he said the statement, "I just want to have fun on stage." So
he's not forcing it.
Yeah, that's what I say. You got to give it. I mean, in terms of what you know.
Yeah,
From a layman's
he's not
eye.
forcing it, so it doesn't. I don't know. It's a gift. You know, there's some people who have got the gift of the gab. So you see some newcasters. What separates them from other newcasters?
They can talk. Yeah.
Peter, I don't know if you watch football.
Yeah, dude.
I've heard of Peter Drury. He's a commentator.
Yeah.
Peter Drury has the way he brings his words when he's running commentary. It's just natural to him.
Yeah.
The way he picks words to describe,
Different
it's just
things,
natural to him. So you can't teach it.
It has to be in you.
You can't learn it.
Yeah, it
It just has to be natural.
Yeah.
So there's some people who are learning it, some people who are trying to
Naturally
be
gifted.
and there's some people who are just born to that there. And
This
just
is
do
what
it.
they have to do. Yeah.
So, but unfortunately, Burna is just one of those people.
Unfortunately, it's not unfortunate. It's
I'm
very
just trying to
fortunate.
say in respect to
To everybody else.
Everybody,
Yeah. Nah, bro, because we said that here, bro. When you look at him on stage, bro, it's too easy. Yeah. Like he's not forcing that thing. You know, some artists when you look at them, you can tell they are forcing this.
that guy performs for 2.5 hours.
Shit.
Yeah. London show was 2 hours, 20 minutes.
And bro, he did not lose a beat.
So 2 hours, 20 minutes, and it changed once.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was
Yes.
meant to change twice, but because of time, it changed once.
He changed once, yes.
And Apple Music was meant to be about 70-something minutes out of the show. Apple struggled to cut music out.
Yes,
So
serious.
Burna's Apple Music is the longest Apple Live Music Apple thing.
That's crazy.
Because they didn't know what to cut, and we still have to cut about 40 minutes out on what you see on Apple Music.
Yeah. That's crazy.
So, and I'm sure if you tell him to perform another 15-20 minutes,
He can go.
Going. So it's just natural to him.
Yeah, it's too easy for him. It's too easy for him. You got me. Bro, listen. Fam, do you have any questions you want to ask, bro?
No.
Are you
It's
good,
just-
yeah?
We're good. He's just giving
A
us
full
all
dose,
the
bro.
gem.
A full
He's
dose,
giving
bro.
us all the gem.
Yo, G, thank you so much, man.
Thank you for having me, guys.
Salute.
Thank you, bro.
Salute.
Thank you, bro. You know what I mean? Because this is some of the things that obviously, you know, hopefully one day we can get to talk to Burna Boy. You are like you are that guy. You see what goes in.
I think one person you want to bring on is MD. You get another perspective to that.
Yeah. Can you call him on the phone and be like, yo, G, we need
I will
you.
speak to him.
To be like,
Yeah,
maybe when he sees we need you here. Bro.
MD,
we
They go, I mean, we need you here, bro.
Because every
they
time,
need to hear your story.
Bro,
every time we hear, MD, we MD.
Yeah.
He always from that video that I just played right now, he said it. I've got another video as well. Hold on. I've got another video as well because I was watching that shit. I was like thinking, who is this MD guy? He always calls his name.
So let me tell you a joke. There's a joke. It's a true life story.
Yeah.
So Burna had a performance sometime in New York. It came out of someone's concert. I think it was a Wu-Tang or something. I can't remember.
He loves Wu-Tang, bro.
Yeah, and then he just was a surprise guest. It wasn't planned. So it was just a DJ. And then he just greeted the audience and stuff. And he wanted to tell the DJ to play his music. And he comes back and said MD.
He's an MD.
I think there's a video of it somewhere.
Yeah.
So that's how crazy their synergy is.
I think I've seen that.
Yeah, and it goes,
MD.
Bro, at the concert he says it. At the concert everywhere he says it, bro. Because he even said this word. This is
confidence. I call it reality.
So when you get to sound check, what are you normally looking for up here?
Perfection, man. As perfect as possible.
Band goes hard, everybody go hard for the sound check.
Honestly, okay, so for example, right, back in the day, when we first got together, like let's say 7-8 years ago, we would sound check like crazy. I would go everywhere, make sure every speaker is, you feel me and MD would, like, you know what I mean? And then, as I said, we've been together so long, now, sometimes I don't even bother because I know he's done it already.
Yeah.
You know, like 99% of the time I don't bother anymore because I know he's handled that already.
That shit crazy, man.
Yeah. Sometimes it doesn't come for sound check, which is what I said.
Yeah, that's
Not
crazy.
because he doesn't take his craft seriously,
But the trust is there already.
because the trust is
And
there.
you have to earn that trust.
So if you are doing anything that's especially different, then we tell him
You have
we
to
need
come
you
in,
in
yeah.
sound check.
Yeah.
Come at this time. Yeah. Like my artist is not going on if I can't trust it.
Yeah.
So if he's gonna go on a platform, he has to come and see. You know,
Just hear everything.
We're not just gonna bring out a platform from him on stage. So things
Listen,
like
that is a tough line right there, bro. If I was you, that should be on a t-shirt, bro. I swear to God, that should be on a t-shirt, bro. You
that.
go what I
And
mean?
I have an idea. don't
Yeah,
worry.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? That should be on a t-shirt. Simple. That's sick, bro. That's sick, but thank you so much, my G.
Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much for
thank
having
you,
me.
thank you
for
so
having
much,
me.
bro. You go what I'm saying? Listen, salute to everyone out there, man. All the freshers, man. All over the world, man. You can be anywhere in the world, but you're right here with us. And for that, we salute you lot, man. Listen, it's a good
been a good-
episode. Great episode, bro.
Good
You know what I'm
insight.
saying? Yes, bro. Of
Because
course.
sometimes you forget these artists, they're human beings as well. So it's good to have someone that's
Absolutely.
roles them
Yeah.
to give us an insight of, how the daily
Absolutely.
dealings. It's not just robotic.
Absolutely, bro.
Yeah, it's
You get what I'm
humans with
saying?
feelings. So
Listen, if you've not
good.
subscribed yet, I
You
don't
know what to do.
I don't know what
Think.
you're waiting for, bro.
You know what to do.
You should have a thing button subscribe.
That's it, bro. Yeah. Okay, you know what? We just gonna give that a go, bro. You guys,
So instead of subscribe,
Ding. You get me? Subscribe right now on YouTube. Watch the videos. Leave a like. Leave a comment. Share it. Tell a friend to tell a friend.
Or tell an enemy to tell a friend.
And also we are on
tell
Spotify.
an enemy to tell an enemy.
That's it, bro. That too, bro. That too, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And also we're on Spotify as well. Google Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. Listen, go check it out on the audio platforms. The audio episodes are all there, man. You know what I'm saying? And just like I said, bro, some of you, are trying to slide into my DM to have a whole conversation. My first question to you will be, have you supported the machine? Have you left a comment or like? You gotta support the machine, bro.
You have to.
You go what I'm saying?
That's the only thing we want you to do.
That's it, brother. You go what I'm saying? Once you do that, then we can have a whole conversation. But salute to you guys out there, bro. You get me? And until next time, let's start with this plain tea.